Good day, everyone. I hope you all are well today. Bringing a topic today. My topic is, did you forget something? Did you forget something? And there's times in life I see and have seen that, people, they get busy setting goals. It's great to set goals, set things, goals, what do you call it, plans, things that you want to get accomplished. The same thing, pretty much it's all the same thing. But you set these goals and plans, in place, and you just go full force ahead. I gotta get this done, I gotta get that done. And yeah, some things are kind of like falling in place and they kind of working out for you, and you happy. And yeah, my plans come together. In 2 years I'm gonna do this. So in 2 years you get there. In 5 years I'm gonna do this. In 5 years you might get there. In 8 years this is where I'm gonna be. But keep in mind, all through this process you may, accomplish some things, but then sometimes you may not, and sometimes you're stagnant. And you're sitting around like, okay, I done made plans, I prepared for this, but nothing is happening. What happened? You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I can't believe that this has not happened yet. I set plans 2 years ago, I've been on track, I've been pacing, and now it's like, why? What is taking so long? I'm tired of waiting. It should have happened by now. Back it up. Did you forget something? I find it's a lot of times people forget the most important thing of all. Did you bring that goal, that plan, that desire, or did you bring it before God? Did you bring it before God? Did you pray about it? Did you say, God, this is what I would like to do? God, is this in your will for me? Can I, God, do this? God, will you help me do this? Would you help me do that? Lord, is this what you would like for me to do? Does this kind of fall in line with what you would like for me to do? And I firmly believe there are times that we want to do things. We have desires and things that we would like to accomplish and things we want to do, that if we just simply bring it before God, pray about that thing, meditate about it. God, this is what I would like to do. How, God, help me, order my footsteps, order my moves, that I get in line with what it is that you would like for me to do, Lord. I get in line with my desire to please you. And I find times in life people just strike out, but they forget one step. They forget the most important step is to bring it before God. Because you know what? Sometimes in life, if you bring things before God, first of all, He's going to set you on the path to get there. He's going to set it up for you, that you will get where it is that He needs for you to be, or where He wants you to be, or where you would like to be. And because you thought enough of Him to bring it to Him, He leads you and guides you where He wants you to go and where He wants you to be. And you might can avoid some of those brick walls that you run up against. You might can avoid some of those valleys that you fall off in. And it's not to say that everything is going to be perfect. I don't know. But I firmly believe that there are times that if we would take the first step, which is bringing it before God, that a lot of times we get there faster. It might be a smoother ride. We might get there faster. It might be a smoother ride. We may have more, what do you call it? You might have more. God could give you visions and on how to get there. How to get there. Visions on how to get there. He can show you things. He can show you pitfalls before you fall. But I find times that people don't They forget a step. They don't take it before God. And then they mad when it took too long, somebody got in their way. And when these things happen, they weren't prepared to deal with them. They weren't prepared to deal with the fact that it was going to take 5 years when you planned for it to take 2 years. Or the fact that it was going to take 10 years when you planned for 5. Okay? So let's take the first step. The first step is bringing it before God. Before we start off on our ventures and our plans and our goals, it's great to set goals, it's great to set plans, but bring and take those before God. Ask God to bless your goals. Ask God to bless your desires, the desires of your heart. But let the first desire of your heart be to please God. And God is so pleased when we bring things to him, opposed to when we jump off on something on our own. And then we like, okay, God, now, what's taking so long? Where you at? I've been praying about this. God hadn't come yet. What's taking him so long? You didn't even ask him. You didn't even ask him. So you know what? You made your plans and you decided this is what you want to do. And God is sitting back like, okay, go ahead on. Do your thing. I guess you didn't need me. I guess he didn't need me. And when you get in trouble, then you hear you come running. God, what's taking so long? I've been praying about this, man. I done did all this stuff. It didn't work. You forgot a step. You forgot the first step, the most important step. You forgot. You forgot God. Keep God in all that you do. Ask him to order your footsteps. Ask him to bless your desires. Ask him to bless whatever it is, your plans, your goals, whatever it is that you would like to do. It's like, for an example, if you have kids, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you have a 12-year-old. First of all, your 12-year-old daughter that made plans to go skating Friday night. Just, she took her little paper, she started writing out what she gonna wear, who's going, who she gonna meet there, what time she gonna get there, what time she's gonna leave. She planned it all out, just so pretty. But guess what? Friday night come at 8 o'clock and she come and say, Daddy, Mama, I need a ride to the skating rink. And he's sitting there like, what? I need a ride to the skating rink. Well, what's your first question to your child? Your very first question. Who told you that you can go to the skating rink? How you plan to get there? Why you didn't ask me? Or you might say, how you gonna go somewhere you didn't even ask me? Could you go? Well, God is our Father. He's our parent. Okay? And how are we gonna just start jumping out there and start doing stuff without asking him? And this is not going to the store, y'all. These are some big things people start doing. Some big plans. Plans that really, it's like a life goal. I've seen people start life goals without even confronting God. And I think sometimes people get disappointed and they get frustrated and get upset because things didn't come together. It's just like that kid that didn't ask her parent, could she go to the skating rink? The proper thing for her to have done would be to say, Mom, Dad, Friday night, can I go to the skating rink? Is it okay if I go to the skating rink? Get permission, okay? Secondly, these are the people, Mom, Dad, that I would like to pick up so that they can ask their parents. Okay, it's like everything has to come together. You feel me? I'm working on pulling this thing together, okay? Then the child needs to prepare the clothes. Because really the parent should say, okay, you need to see what your child is wearing, okay? Make sure it's appropriate. Then you got to figure out what time the skating rink open, what time, what time they want to be there, what you tell them what time you're going to pick them up. All this stuff has to come together. It's the same thing with your goals and things like that. Pray about it. You know, your finances off. Pray about it. God, this is where I would like to be. I like to be debt free, God. And however many years you set for yourself, pray about it. Write it down. I write stuff down and put it in my Bible. You know, I've turned it over to God. Really, I've turned it over to Him. God, this is what I need. Lord, this is my desire. This is my plan. This is what I would like to have. And then God is waiting for us to come. God is waiting for us to get some order about ourselves. And when we get order about ourselves, we plan, we put things in motion, we plan, we get that thing, we plan, we take it to Him. Take it to Him. And let Him lead us, guide us in the direction that He would have us to go. Because you know what? It don't make no sense for you to be here and God here. And then when you get stuck here, you want to say, God, come on now. God, I need you. Well, you should have asked Him in the first place. You left God. Do not leave God behind. Let it be like this. Instead of like this with you up here, God back here, let it be like this where God is up here and you're back here. And then God is saying, come on, I got you. It's time to move. Then you're moving, but He's leading and you're moving behind Him and you're not doing your own thing. Okay? So that's the message for today. When you get something, or if it's something that you would like to do, put God first. Take it to Him first. Do not leave out that step. That's the most important step you could ever have. Take the time to make sure that you go to God with your desires, your wants, your needs, your accomplishments, your goals, your plans. Because without God, everything is just pointless. It's so pointless. Trust me, it's pointless. You might could cut yourself off a whole lot of headache and heartache if you just stop and seek God first and what you like to do and what you want to do. Okay? Because sometimes God, this is another topic, but sometimes things that you want to do is not what God wants you to do. It's not going to line up with His will for your life. So if He says no, and sometimes God will tell you no. It's not that you always are going to get what you want. God is sometimes going to say no because it does not line up with what it is that He would have you to do. It doesn't line up with your will, His will for your life. So sometimes He's going to say no. And be prepared when God says no to accept the fact that He said no. And accept the fact that He has something better in store for you. Another direction, another plan, another track for you to go on. And sometimes we have to get off the track that we set, the goal that we set for ourselves, and get on the goal and the plan that God has for us. Okay? So that's my message today. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And I would like for you all to be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, a wonderful month, a wonderful year. And make sure that you put God first in all that you do. And I guarantee you, your path will be a whole lot better. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye.